Was this past summer the most fun you've had since you've been in the NBA?
I think it's actually opposite.
Wait, why?
Because we played 2.5 extra months and no. I need to go home. There is a bunch of things that I like to do. I mean, probably that's a normal thing, you know. Nobody likes his job, or maybe they do. They're lying.
It's good. The job is done. We can go home now.
Several Nuggets players appeared very emotional after Game 5 of the 2023 NBA Finals. Jamal Murray began to cry and covered his face with the jersey. Bruce Brown, a crucial member of the Nuggets during the championship run, also covered his face with his hands in an attempt to conceal his feelings, but Nikola Jokic didn't. He went straight to the Miami Heat's bench to shake Erik Spoeller's hands and make sure that every player on the Heat's bench got the proper amount of attention. Jokic remained remarkably composed on the outside, not really looking like someone who had just won an NBA title, and he did so with historical numbers. Fast forward about 3 months later, as Media Day approached in anticipation of the 2023 and 2024 NBA season, videos of a disinterested Nikola Jokic began urinating on the internet in large quantities. The NBA Finals MVP is back in Colorado and appears to be ready for his team's training camp and title defense, but like most of us, it seems like he wishes summer was a little longer. When asked by a reporter if the last few months were the most fun he's ever had after the conclusion of an NBA season being back in his home country of Serbia as a champion, Nikola Jokic said, "I think it's actually the opposite," that drew reporters accustomed to the Nuggets center's unusual and typically brief replies gave a few giggles when the Nuggets defeated the Miami Heat in Game 5 at Ball Arena. The Joker was speaking to reporters about how disappointed he was that the championship parade would prevent him from returning to his hometown of Sambur for a few more days. However, he ended up enjoying the parade quite a bit, and when he did return home, he arrived at his favorite horse racing track rather quickly, unlike in previous off-seasons. While the Serbian national team was competing in the Basketball World Cup, the Joker stayed on the sidelines and rested his body. This caused a lot of ire among the Serbians, who view playing for the national team as a huge honor and responsibility. Even though Jokic was perhaps the player who was most important for Serbia to qualify for the World Cup, most of his countrymen didn't think he had the right to celebrate with the team at the parade in Belgrade, but Nikola did attend, and it appeared that he had a lot of fun. Unlike other off-seasons, when we didn't see Nikola on the basketball court or even some pics from the gym, Jokic concentrated more on resting his body and having fun by doing what he loves most: riding horses, spending time with his family, and taking in the Serbian nightlife this summer. The Joker welcomed his teammate Aaron Gordon and spent some time at his hometown serving as a tour guide. In addition to checking in with his teammate, the Nuggets forward made the trip to spend some time together. Gordon asked if he could stay an additional day with the Yits because he loved the fresh food, horse racing, and pedestrian-friendly towns so much. I said yes, of course, and Yit said we didn't do anything special, he was just spending days with me and working out a few times. Speaking to reporters, Aaron Gordon also said that seeing the Joker was anything but dull and that traveling to Sambur was a great way to experience his way of life. He said that Sambur is a beautiful town with an incredible way of life, and I can see why he's trying to leave. Gordon praised the city's layout and food, then said the residents of Sor were most interested in his dreadlocks. So as a guy who was born and raised in the United States, Gordon experienced a culture shock, something that Jokic dealt with when he first joined the Denver Nuggets, while Aaron seemed to like his transition. That probably isn't the case with Nikola, whose change of lifestyle may be one of the reasons why he doesn't enjoy basketball as much as he once did. All the media coverage and spotlight are the polar opposite of the calm lifestyle that Nikola has in Sour. All of that pressure to perform and the fast-paced American lifestyle may have led to Nikola's current state and feelings toward basketball, resulting in, as Nikola claimed, a couple of workouts throughout the summer. Maybe he just wanted to get his mind off of basketball for once. His Nuggets teammate Jamal Murray didn't really believe that Nikola even had those couple of workouts, but coach Michael Malone had an encouraging message and didn't see a problem with JIC taking some time off. I wanted to give the guys room because it was a really short off season. I wanted to trust in them that they can celebrate and have the summer they had while also making sure they get their work in. I guess we'll find out tomorrow at practice if guys have been getting any work in or not. The Joker is aware of that and really appreciates it. They always are really respectful to me. That's why I love the organization. From Coaches to ownership to the players, they always give me respect and I really appreciate it. I can just say thank you. While everybody deserves and needs to get their rest, the first part of the NBA season may be tougher for Nikola, who would need to shake off some rust, but this should not be an obstacle for the Joker, as he has admitted that he doesn't practice as much because he simply doesn't like it. Well, I like to play, but I don't really like to practice. I mean, who does? No one in the world likes to practice. However, knowing the Joker, his lack of practice wouldn't be much of a problem and he will be back to his usual self before we know it. The NBA season is long, so Yik will have plenty of opportunities to resume playing rhythm, but it is also the length of the season that has affected Nikola and shaped his love and desire for basketball. Being constantly on the road, switching time zones, and flying from one place to another can be very taxing, especially if you have family at home that you can't wait to spend time with. Family may also be the reason Nikola lost interest in basketball, as they are the ones who do everything in their power to keep the Joker on the court. As fans who only watch his incredible on-court accomplishments, we might be shocked by this perspective, but it serves as a reminder that even the most accomplished athletes have their own unique perspectives on the journey of progress. I wanted to quit, and everyone was trying to talk me out of it. Sometimes, even now, when I come here in Serbia, I have to return. The Joker has acknowledged that he initially found it difficult to assume the role of the number one guy. I probably didn't like that at the time, but if you want to be the one, you have to make a lot of sacrifices. However, despite all of the success, Nicholas seems to enjoy playing basketball less and less as time goes on. Even though basketball has helped Nikola secure his family's financial situation and provide them with everything they could possibly need and want, the Joker simply can't prioritize it after the championship. Final Game 5 triumph. Nikola wasn't in the mood to celebrate. We won everything and we were successful at our jobs. It's a great feeling, but as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of things in the world that I enjoy doing. It's likely that nobody enjoys his job, or perhaps they do, but it's still a good feeling. Instead of enjoying his accomplishments or concentrating on the next objective, Nicholas appears to be more relieved when the season ends, since the grind is finally over. The Joker even made a joke about asking the Nuggets owner to give him a plane so he could return home sooner, but every joke has some truth to it, and this one doesn't seem to be an exception. Even though the majority of NBA players, especially the superstars, are basketball fans, they appear to get weary of the NBA lifestyle, and Nikola might be the one to alter the perception of them for as long as we can remember. The ultimate dream players such as Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were the ultimate competitors and considered the ideal role models for the up-and-coming leaders on the basketball court. These two superstars carried with them the idea of obsession with winning, that the only way to get to the top was through absolute dedication to the sport, which also involved being tyrants to teammates. Then came LeBron James, who showed that you can take destiny into your own hands and take control of your career by making choices for your own interest. After the decision, many players, especially superstars, have followed LeBron's footsteps and started forming super teams in order to win the NBA championship. In the mid-2010s, the rise of Curry changed the way the game of basketball is being played by popularizing the three-point so much that if you can't shoot the ball today, you will struggle to even find a roster spot. And then there is Nikola. Despite saying that he hates practicing, the big man has worked hard throughout his career. He has grown steadily to become one of the best players in the league and won 2 MVP titles in a row, and as of 2023 he is an NBA champion and a Finals MVP as well. At the same time, the Joker often stresses his disinterest in individual awards and the records he is breaking, deeming them unimportant. Remember those episodes of The Last Dance, the documentary about Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, in which Jordan told how not receiving the MVP award in a season motivated him to crush his opponent. Although winning is crucial, Nika has always had the complete opposite mindset and has always carried himself in a very positive manner, even after some heartbreaking losses. He has also always looked out for his teammates. The Joker reminded us that basketball isn't the most important thing in his life, it's simply a job. Perhaps we should examine our own lives more closely to see if our priorities are as clear as the Joker's.